Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you the new tanks that the two babies are going to be getting that are in these here. So I've showed you before, this here is the measurements of this one. Of course the length becomes the height because it is on its side, but because they have been with me a little bit longer than the other siblings, I'm going to go ahead and give them this larger tank, which as you can see has the measurements here. And of course these measurements will be true to what it is because I'm not going to be standing it up or anything. So it is 21 and a fourth inches in length, 15 and 7/8 inches in width, and then 11 and a half inches in height. So they're losing a little bit of height because as you can see this one would be 17. But I would prefer that they have a lot more space to roam than more height. Because I could have turned this on its side, but I'll show you these lids me and my dad made, which turned out really good. I watch this person on YouTube that does rehoming and rescuing of gerbils, hamsters, and mice. I think her YouTube channel is Munchie's Place or something like that. Either way, if anyone has gerbils, hamsters, or mice, I would definitely suggest checking out her channel because she does an awesome job of showing good housing, good care, bad care, all that fun stuff. But I actually watched her tutorial on how to DIY hamster lids, and so me and my dad kind of did a similar thing, except of course this will be for crested geckos. So as you can see, the lid goes on just like that. I'm not going to snap it on yet because I haven't dried it, because I just got done washing it recently. This is, instead of chicken wire like she used, because obviously I don't want my geckos to get out, this is aluminum mesh that you can use for like outdoors, like what they use for storm panels on windows and stuff. That's what this here is. So I'm going to show you guys me like putting all the decorations and stuff in there, and it will be a tiny bit sparse because each of these tanks has 4 plants, but I'm definitely going to be able to fit probably at least 6 plants, if not more, in here because of so much more space. So it will temporarily be a little sparse, but I will show you guys a picture or maybe in a different video later on of them being a little bit more full. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and then I'm going to go ahead and start taking their stuff out of those tanks and into here. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is Bramble's, and of course he is going to also get more water in his water dish because it's dirty. I'll go ahead and show him to you. He's really pretty and fired up right now. So he's really pretty dark. I don't know, let's see, we'll go over by the window and I'll show you a little bit more natural lighting. Okay, so here's a little bit better lighting with Bramble. He's a really pretty, like, dark when he fires up, and then he's got a little bit of orange, but I feel like, just because of how his father looked when he was younger, that this cream is going to, over time, overtake the orange that is there, and then he's going to be all blonde, aside from, of course, his head, and his back may have, whoop! His back might have more orange, and it might just turn into cream. You can kind of see how it does have that little bit of orange on the edges, which is kind of cool. And, of course, his really big floppy crest. And this guy is still available. And I will tell you guys, I actually updated my website, so I redesigned it completely, which is talagoniasgeckos.com, which I think I have a link for on my YouTube channel. But I would love if you guys went to check it out and kind of give me some feedback on what you think, because I'm still working on it. But because I was going to have to renew my website, I decided to change it around a little bit so that I could kind of make it look a little bit more clean and professional than how it looked right now, because I wasn't completely happy with it. So I'm going to go ahead and take out, oh, it looks like he actually has 5 plants in here, so that's good. Maybe it is 5 plants and whispers as well. I can't, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, I only see 4. We'll see. But at least there's 5 in here, so that'll give me good place to start. And then his bamboo here, which I think, yeah, it looks like it'll be just long enough to stretch across there. Okay, so until his bedding dries, I'm going to hold off putting his hide in there, because what happens sometimes, even with this being the terrarium plantation soil or whatever it's called, because it's not the, let's see, what's it called? Eco-earth. It's not eco-earth, it is a different bedding, which I think I've showed before. You can still get in the reptile area, but I'm pretty sure it's for frogs and other amphibians, and it's called plantation soil, I'm pretty sure. It's got way less of the, like, husk, like right here. This stuff, it's got way less of the husks in it than the eco-earth. So that's what I like, and it's a lot smoother. But I'm going to leave the hide out of there for now just because of the fact that I want it to dry. and not have like any mold or anything grow in it. So I'm going to go ahead and move you over here now, buddy, so I can keep an eye on you. So we'll go ahead and kind of choose where I want the plants. I'm going to get some of this shed that was on there off of that. So we'll get to gauge from this how many plants I can... Whoop! Okay, hold on. So I will point this out to you guys real quick, but as you can see, this actually did break a little bit right here, so this piece comes in and out really easily. I don't know, yeah, it did do it on this end as well. So I got these from Amazon, but I'm sure they're the same quality that you get at the pet store. So just to warn you guys, those do get worn out. Now, of course, it does snap back into place, but I'm going to go ahead and install this, and then I'll put some more plants in here. So I went ahead and put it at an angle, which I like, and you can see I can push on it now and it doesn't come out. So we'll go ahead and put some more plants. Now I found that if I lick my finger and rub some of the saliva, you can even just use water, you don't have to lick your hand, and put it on the suction cups, that seems to help it stick a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with these, and then we'll see if that helps them stick a little bit better. But no, it's always a good idea if you are a breeder to have enough space for your geckos to be able to get upgraded. So his tank is going to go up here, and then up there I'm going to make room for Whispers. They aren't going to be in the same area anymore, but that's okay. I just want them to be able to have larger setups, and I might actually move this down a teeny bit because that way it can kind of be at an angle. There we go. You can see Bramble, how tiny he is compared to this bigger tank. Okay, so I got all of the plants put in here, but it does appear that for some reason the suction cups do not want to stick to this surface. I don't know if it's because it's at an angle, or not an angle, but at a curve. But I think what I am going to do is eventually just get something that will hang from the lid here. That will hang from over here, that will just be like a little decoration or something, and maybe on both sides, like a little bridge or a coconut or something like that that he can utilize. And of course his hide will be probably down here when I do put it in there. And then of course I put his feeding and water ledge in here, which you of course can get from Strudies on Etsy, because I absolutely love these hides here. So that is his. And then of course, if I cannot get something to hang, I still really want to have foliage there or something. I'll figure something out. I'm sure I can buy like a little plant that goes in the dirt that will have like a little bit of height to it that I could put in there. Either way, there's a lot of creative room to do stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and put his lid on for now. And like I said, I will add his hide in there later on when that soil has some time to dry so it doesn't get moldy. Okay guys, so I now have Bramble's tank on the shelf here, and I decided to put it on the second shelf because I got to thinking, if it's on the bottom shelf, Blossom is for sure going to jump on top of it and completely ruin the mesh on the top because it is not sturdy enough for a cat. So I'll go ahead and show Whisper to you while we're over here, so you can kind of see he's not fully fired up, but you can kind of see where he's a little bit dark brown. His cream is really pretty. You can see here, there still is a little bit of orange left in between the cream, but I feel like as he gets older again that it is going to fade out, kind of like how Bramble's is kind of looking. So we'll see. He has a little bit of a tinier cute head on him instead of a big floppy crest like with Bramble. So I'm going to, and I just sat his little hide in here for now so I can sit him on it. I found an extra plant in my praying mantis's old tank, so I do have 5 plants now that I can stick in here because this plant down here. So I'm going to go ahead and stick them in there, probably similar to the way that Bramble's looked, so I'm not going to bore you with showing you everything. I'll show you what it looks like when I am finished. Okay guys, so I got the plants put in here, and I actually ended up having an extra. So because I did have 4 of these types of plants, so I took and put one into Bramble's tank and took this one out since he had a whole bunch of these ones, because these are a lot fuller and I like them a lot better. So I'm going to kind of push that out a little bit. Like with Bramble, I'm also going to leave Whisper's hideout. This here is actually like a ceramic birdhouse that I was able to get at my local grocery store when they were having a sale on some stuff. So for now, of course, I'm going to leave his hideout as well so that the bedding can dry a little bit. But this is, of course, for now, the way it's going to look. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on so Blossom doesn't mess with him and so he doesn't try to escape. I am going to show you because I got to thinking while I was sitting here. Hopefully that's going to be tight enough. Might have to put something on the side because that kind of is a little bit loose right there. Anyway, over here, I'll pause it real quick and I'll show you that I was looking in Indigo's tank, which is here, and she does have that cork log there. So I could get something similar to that and then an upright plant for them to have in their tanks, because I do like the cork logs. That coconut there I got from Pangea. I will say I would not suggest getting one from them unless, when you're purchasing them, there's an area where you can leave notes. If you put that you want the largest one they can get, then you might get sent a really good one. But that one there is so tiny, Indigo pretty much can't even fit in it because it's so small. Like, it is not big enough. Like, you think that it stretches up to here. Nope. It, like, goes to about right here. And then, it, of course, the floor is, like, right here. And she tries to curl up in there, and it is a very small space. So, I am going to probably give that to Phoenix, because Phoenix is a really tiny adult. But I will show you guys. Actually, I'll show you with Harmony because it's kind of hard to see that one. I actually went ahead and made those little hides that I was planning on doing out of a canning funnel. So you can see here, I have it here. We've got a suction cup up there. And then there's one tiny one holding it against the glass on the bottom. And as you can see, it's pretty decent in depth. Let me get my hand in here. So it's about 3 inches deep. And then, of course, you can see the opening there is, I think, about 2 inches or something like that in width. So, or something like that. Yeah, about 2 inches. Oh, here's Bramble. So, I went ahead and used those that I got at a farm and home store or something like that. I can't remember. Either way, they had canning supplies, and I was able to get that in there. So, Phoenix has one, and Harmony has one as well. Because she has a hide down below, but I wanted something for her to have up there. And then, of course, you can see Snickers is using her bubble loft hide that I got from Strode's as well. She loves sleeping in there. And then, of course, with Mischief, and of course she does also have a hide down there in the bottom. But Mischief, of course, he has a cork log and then he has his hide down there. So I like to give them at least 2 different places now. Since I have these bigger ones, I'll definitely probably get a cork log for them just to have in there. But anyway, guys, I hope you didn't think this was too boring. I just wanted to show you because I haven't made a video in ages, but I do have one coming up, like I posted in my community tab, that is going to be with gecko weights. I've gone back and looked at all of my crested geckos to see, like the babies, what their weights were as they were growing up from like new hatch to 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So you can kind of compare, if you know the age of your gecko, to how much they normally weigh. Now, of course, there were several different amounts, and I kind of had to just even it out to what the basic amount was that it was closer or further away from. So, but anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to support the channel. It, of course, always encourages me to make more videos. I haven't been making a lot lately just because of Christmas coming up, doing shopping, and then, of course, with work and stuff, so it's been very chaotic. But I wanted to take the time to make this video for you guys. So anyway, thank you again for watching, and have a good rest of your day.